Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. Let the investigation begin. The NBA is doing an investigation into the 76ers and James Harden. I am not surprised. I was wondering when this was going to happen, and it's happening because I always thought it was weird that James Harden would say what he said in China, using his platform to make those statements about Daryl Morey, calling him a liar, and saying that he will never want to play for an organization that he's a part of. You know, considering just the relationship that James Harden has had with Daryl Morey and how much Daryl Morey has looked out for this fool while he was in Houston, and when he went to Brooklyn and wanted to get out of there, Daryl Morey was like, I got you. We will ship Ben Simmons over there and bring you on and try to, pair you with Joel Embiid and try to win a championship. And then for whatever reason, everything deteriorated. Now, obviously, with reports is that, James Harden did take a pay cut and probably was, some type of unwritten agreement that he would get a contract extension, and or if not that, they would find a way to trade him. Apparently, all those things didn't happen. So, NBA is like, interesting. We have a superstar player in James Harden and making these type of statements. An active player, an active star player like James Harden making those kind of statements about a president of basketball operations for the ball club you play with. What is going on? The NBA sees everything we see, right? They're seeing everything play out, unfolding in the public manner that it did. Just us as fans who commentate on YouTube and on the blog space and Twitter, they see it all too. They see all the chitter chatter too. So of course it's like, well, we got to investigate this. Was there some type of tampering? Was something the collective bargaining agreement violated when James Harden made this? They want to get to the bottom of this. So I'm seeing this article on CBS. I'm sure it's everywhere else, but James Harden investigation, NBA looking into 76ers stars comments that Daryl Morey is a liar per report. So, the league is saying that, look, they want to, the goal of the league's inquiry is to determine whether Harden was suggesting that he would begin a holdout, which is a violation of the collective bargaining agreement, if he was referencing previous contractual discussions that could be proof of the team circumventing salary cap. Right. So, look, man, like James Harden was under the assumption, I'm assuming that, look, I'm going to take this pay cut in the hopes of a contract extension. And if that doesn't happen, I want to get traded. Well, that doesn't sound very, that doesn't sound like that's in the guidelines of a collective bargaining agreement. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't sound like that's something very, that doesn't sound like something legally a team can do. So based on the surface, because those were people who were saying the NBA has to investigate that, because that's clearly wrong. Can't do that. Listen, Harden reportedly has made, and then look, they said that Harden has maintained in private comments that were strictly about Morey deciding to end trade discussions earlier this month. See, that's the thing, man. Like, I don't believe James Harden's statement is all about the trade. Some of it was probably the trade. Most of it was probably the money. It's always about the money, okay? Because look, man, James Harden knows he's on a one-year deal. He's looking for security. Okay, James Harden knows he's not going to get traded to some competitive team. Teams aren't going to dump their salary for him, okay? But he's angry, so his only option is to complain and whine and say, just get me out of here. I don't care, because you're not going to pay my money. You know what I'm saying? I already took a pay cut, right? But he's not going to mention that. He's just going to simply say that he's upset that he didn't get traded, which we all know is a full-blown lie. James Harden would do all this just because he didn't get traded. No, you didn't get traded in combination with you not getting that contract, getting that extra bread that you thought you had promised with Daryl Morey, and it didn't happen. Okay, let's see here. It's worth noting. Let's see. Harden reportedly maintained. Yeah. Oh, okay. They mentioned that there was some fugaziness going on prior. It's worth noting that the league investigated the Sixers for similar concerns last offseason after Harden signed a team-friendly 2-year, $68 million deal, which allowed them to sign PJ Tucker and Daniel House. The league did not find any proof in the handshake deal that Harden would be taken care of in the future, or taking less money. But they did strip the Sixers of 2 second-round picks, discussing contracts with Tucker and House prior to free agency. So the Sixers are clearly in the business of doing shady deals of some sort, or they got punished. And when it comes to money and deciding how we're gonna get new players on, and hey, James Harden, can you subtract a little bit from your pay so we can get these guys in? They told that to PJ Tucker and Daniel House. Not Not smart at all. Where there's smoke, I always believe where there's smoke, there's fire. This is not the end of it. I would be shocked if the NBA says they didn't find anything. I expect them to have more draft picks lost from this, some sort of discipline. I mean, look, then what are the 76ers going to do about this? Are they going to discipline James Harden as well? Forget the league investigation. I mean, the NBA could discipline James Harden for making these type of comments in a country where they have a partnership with. You know what I'm saying? I get all free speech, and no, they have a brand to maintain, and you cannot be publicly making inflammatory comments while you're an active player in the league for the team of a president of basketball operations for the organization you play for. So not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, when the whole Damian Lillard, I mentioned this too before. I was like, the league they jumped on that Damian Lillard situation about, look, Dame, I know, listen, whatever, we found no wrongdoings, but we need to get that message out there clear that whatever message out there that you are only going to play for the Miami Heat, you need to stop that. Whatever team that you get traded to, you need to fulfill your entire contract, right? Because, right, because they thinking like, yo, is this because they want to know if Harden made these comments in hopes of holding out, then yeah, you can't do that. And it doesn't sound like Harden's going to hold out. I believe he is going to play because my whole thing was, Harden, look, bro, you need to play. It doesn't matter. Whatever the money situation was, whatever, you didn't get traded, so what? You know what I'm saying? Put on your big boy pants and try to have one of your best seasons yet. You have a great season. Your team gets really far, Eastern Conference Finals, possibly NBA Finals. Okay, then. You might get that contract. Maybe not a max contract, but you're probably going to get a lot of money going forward, right? So the ball's in your court. But now, who knows? Who knows at this point? I mean, you better show up to play. The NBA is investigating, so you better show up, because if you don't show up, then technically you're holding out, and they're going to reference your comments you made in China. You know what I'm saying? So just a bad look on James Harden and the 76ers altogether. And look, I feel like James Harden will get disciplined in some sort, whether it's from the NBA or the Sixers internally. And then also too is like, yo, what was going on with James Harden taking less money? You know what I'm saying? Why did he come out and make those statements? What exactly was the conversation? It cannot all just be because he wasn't traded. You know what I'm saying? So very interesting news from the NBA. Doing an investigation. Like I said again and again, I'm not surprised by it. It was about time, because it was very odd for this to happen. I've never seen a player currently playing for a team and just flat out call a president of basketball operations a liar, especially someone who you've had a long relationship with during your career. So yeah. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about this latest news about James Harden. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I really appreciate y'all. Take care.